Hello friends, welcome to our program Winds of Change. In today's program, we'll try to gain more knowledge about agriculture today and its status in our country. In today's program, we'll also see what are the factors that are related to crop planning, use of fertilizers in our country, and major seasons of crops in India. Also, we'll have a look at how are the different techniques used in agriculture.
Agriculture occupies the key position in the Indian economy. Nearly 65 to 70% population depends on agriculture. The share of agriculture in GDP is about 38 to 40%, and it contributes to total exports from India to the extent of 18 to 20%. The important items of export are cashew, marine products, spices, tea, coffee, some cereals, particularly rice, and oilseeds. Farming has long been a traditional occupation. It was mainly a subsistence agriculture. That is, agricultural production was carried out to satisfy family requirements in respect of food grains, vegetables, milk, eggs, etc. Thanks to technological developments in virtually all areas of production, agriculture has become modernized and more commercial, resulting in production of large marketable surpluses. There are several factors on which crop planning depends. Natural factors include soil type, light, medium, or heavy, its physical composition, which includes coarse sand, fine sand, silt and clay, its pH, drainage, depth of soil, and so on. Climate, which includes minimum and maximum temperatures, humidity and extremes of weather conditions. Rainfall, total rainfall and its distribution during the year, whether it is high and assured or low and uncertain. Topography, whether the area is plain or undulative. Technical factors include suitability of crops and their varieties, other technical aspects of crop cultivation, availability of irrigation facilities, new technologies, etc. Social factors like needs of family, high priority for food grains and other crops required by the family, and less to cash crops. Economic factors like development of markets, transport, storage and processing facilities, government policy support, etc. There are three crop seasons, namely Kharif, Rabi and Summer. These seasons have come into existence according to rainfall pattern and its source and timing. Kharif crop season is from June to mid-October, during which rainfall is received from southwest monsoon. This rainfall is widespread and relatively assured. Rabi crop season is from October to February and is based on rains received from northeast monsoon. Summer crop season is from January to May. In this season, crops are grown solely on irrigation, as there are no rains in this period. In Maharashtra, different crops grown in these three seasons are Kharif, rice, jawar, bajri, ragi, maize, tur, moong, udid, groundnut, cotton, vegetables. Rabi, jawar, wheat, gram, sunflower, safflower and vegetables. Summer, groundnut, rice, vegetables. Annual crops like sugarcane. Perennial crops. These crops remain in the fields for many years. They include mainly fruit crops like grape, banana, orange, mango, pomegranate, ber, fig, etc. Manures are the sources of plant nutrients of plant and animal origin and hence are called organic manures. They are prepared from farm and animal wastes. Farm wastes include crop residues, while animal wastes include animal droppings such as dung, urine, etc. Some leguminous crops are specially grown for manure. They are buried into the fields in green stage and are therefore called green manuring crops. nitrogen, phosphorus and potash are the major plant nutrients required by the crop plants. The NPK contents of organic manures are very low, and hence they are required to be applied to crops in large quantities, in terms of bullock carts or tons. Fertilizers, on the other hand, are the inorganic sources of NPK. They are manufactured in factories and contain NPK in concentrated form. Hence, they are required to be applied in relatively smaller quantities in terms of kilograms. The application of manures and fertilizers to most of the crops except sugarcane is broadly as given. FYM 20 to 30 cartloads per hectare. Nitrogen 60 to 120 kg per hectare. Phosphorus 30 to 60 kg per hectare, and potash 25 to 50 kg per hectare. The quantities for sugarcane are 2 to 3 times higher. This shows the variations in their nutrient contents and ultimate use in the fields. However, continuous use of fertilizers alone is not good from the point of view of soil fertility. Organic manures improve soil structure, soil texture, and also help in maintaining soil pH. Therefore, suitable combination of organic manures and inorganic fertilizers, as recommended by scientists, is indispensable in maintaining soil fertility, its structure, and its texture. Crop plants are affected by pests and diseases at various stages of growth, including the very early stages as well. The pests are of two types: insects and non-insects or small animals like rats, crabs, etc. The diseases are caused by microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and viruses. The pests and diseases cause damage to plant parts such as leaf, stem, flower or fruit and make them unsuitable for use or consumption. Damages in early stages reduce plant growth, thereby hampering plant yields. There are two measures of effectively reducing incidence or occurrence of pests and diseases. Preventive measures include clean cultivation, that is, removal and destruction of affected plant parts of previous crops. Timely sowing of crops, that is, not too early or too late. Use of varieties resistant to pests and diseases. Giving seed treatment before sowing. Optimum doses of fertilizers, etc. Protective measures include hand-picking of certain insects and non-insect pests, use of chemical sprays or dustings against insects and microorganisms, that is, use of pesticides like insecticides against insects and fungicides against microorganisms, and biological control, use light and other traps, etc. The insecticides are of two types: chemical origin and plant origin. The excessive use of chemical pesticides invariably has many hazardous effects on human and animal life. Many chemicals do not get destroyed or degraded during plant growth period, and their residues are carried over to human beings and animals, causing health hazards. Quite rightly, therefore, in recent times, there is more emphasis on the use of pesticides of plant origin.
Use of computer and modern techniques improve to have a good output. Today's farmer is in touch with the latest information related to agriculture.
One of the ways in which computer is being used today in Maharashtra is to collect market intelligence and disseminate to our farmer. So we are in collaboration with an international market intelligence collection agency. With the help of computer and satellites, we collect the data on market prices of various agricultural produce in the Maharashtra State Agricultural Produce Marketing Board. And again, we have connected various agricultural produce market committees in the state through computer. This process is going on. Around 30 centers have already been connected, and all the centers would be connected. Every day, we would be able to flash the prices of agricultural commodities ruling in various market centers, and make it known to farmers at various agricultural produce market committees in the state. So once they know the comparative prices, they would be in a position to take a decision as to where they should send their material for sale. Second is we are using it, trying to use it in extension. We are preparing crop guides in respect of various crops, and we intend to ensure that these crop guides and computers are made available to our extension agency in the sub-regional level, in the district level, and they are able to reply to farmers' queries with aid of a computer. Now, since these queries would be framed and replied to by expert group, they would be similar, and all farmers in the state would get similar advice in response to the queries made by them in particular respect. Thirdly, we are trying to have a geographic information system and also adequate database to help us in agriculture planning. And these are the areas where we have started thinking for using computer in agriculture. There are many more areas which we would intend to go for as we go ahead.
During this period, we observed that there was good growth of Indian agriculture. The fertilizer consumption in our country increased from 8.8 million tons to 15.7 million tons. The disbursement of agricultural credit increased from rupees 11,202 crores in 1987-88 to 26,450 crores in 1995-96. Efforts will have to be made to develop the Indian agriculture on scientific lines. There is need to develop the storage facilities to the farmers, to make cash payment to the farmers, to have correct payment in the farmers, and thereby there is possibility of getting good return to the farmers. In addition to that, there is need for increasing agricultural processing and development of agro-based industries. Further, there are some ancillary activities like dairying, then forestry, animal husbandry, which require to be given more attention. The poultry is also one important area where more attention is required to be given. In this last decade, efforts should be made by the farmers to have a good post-harvest technology whereby the losses will be mitigated and the end product will get good quality and good return in the world market.
Today's farmer is aware that use of modern techniques is a must for national development. In our next programs, we'll try to gain more knowledge about agro-based industries. Till then, goodbye.